Well, here we have it. This is my brand new Black Knight. We've got it in my Dima stock, of course my Seb Neo X. I've got my March Majesta and all of that fun stuff that goes along with it. And people often ask me, what do I do with a brand new barrel? Well, this is a brand new barrel on a brand new action. And, you know, honestly, we're just going to get it sighted in first, and that's going to take a minute. I can usually get sighted in within a couple rounds. New barrels can be, you know, anywhere from, I've had some that are like half a minute off, and I've had some that are honestly like 10 minutes off. So you just don't quite know what's going to happen because every barrel kind of is going to go in its own direction. But it is freezing out today. Well, it's not freezing, but it's pretty cold for us. It's probably in the high 30s right now. But let's just see what this can do. It's a little dark. I tried using my trigger cam. It's just a little too dark to see that. So we're just going to run with this. We'll get our chronograph turned on here. And these are just first rounds. Now I don't do any kind of break-in. You know, I shoot it. I've shot, you know, 20 stage matches on brand new barrels at 600 yards. So right now it's just about getting it zeroed in. So let's see where we're at here. And typically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it dead center. I've got about a 2 foot by 2 foot square on the right side of that target board. I'm going to put it dead center, and we are going to at least should go somewhere in that 24 by 24. Occasionally it'll be outside of it, and if it is, I should see the splash up there even with a little bit of the wetness. But let's give this a crack here. And we are just kind of hunting around. And, you know, it does help when you put it on your 100-yard zero. The scope came off my normal BRMXD. And it had just finished shooting, so that shot went just a little bit high. All right, here we go. And there we have it. It is, oh, let's see, we're looking probably about 8 or 10 inches to the right and 3 inches high, give or take. So all we're going to do, we're going to go back to our point of aim, which is dead center on the target, and then I am simply taking myself off of the gun, and I am going to dial up to the elevation that the shot hit, and then I am going to dial over to where it impacted. So I moved my reticle up and over to where the impact was, and now we are going to be essentially zeroed. So 2 shots only because I screwed up the one, but let's see how this does now. So I'm going to be shooting, I know you guys can't see it right now, but I've got four targets kind of on a piece of paper there. And we are going to shoot the upper left one here. And it's just a little bit to the right, but I don't like making a change quite yet because I want to make sure that it's consistent. So we're going to take one more shot here. So those are stacked on top of each other. So now what we are going to do is we are going to come over a couple clicks. Elevation is perfect. And now I need to put my zero stop on for the scope. So this is a pretty simple process on the Majestas here. I'm going to simply back off my my star here, So in the center, I'm going to go counterclockwise. And now what I want to do is loosen up my turret. So I'll tell you what, we're going to take a break. We're going to let somebody go set up a target. I'm going to get this one finished off, and then we will see how it shoots. All right, line's hot again. So I've got 3 rounds left in this box, and then I've got 10 rounds, or I think 11, that we're going to pull out of the other one and just see how it groups. I'm just shooting a load that was shooting really good in 2 other barrels, and we're just going to see how it does with this. I have to say, so far, as expected, the Black Knight shoots very much like my BRMXD. Really happy so far. So let's take these 3 rounds, and we're going to go ahead and shoot the right side target now, the upper right. Okay. And these are just, these are all being shot on tuner setting 0, because I do all of my baseline stuff on a 0 tune. Yeah, I might have been a little off on that one, but 2 in one hole and 1 touching just below. So that wasn't bad. It gives me a good idea of 2 different powder charges that I'm shooting here. So now, because I'm going to be shooting my 600-yard match in about an hour and a half or so, maybe an hour. I don't know what time it is, but we're going to be shooting it soon enough. So now I've got my 20 rounds plus 5 siders that I'll be using up at 600 yards when we get up there. But I've got 11 shots now to see what I can do. And again, I don't do any break-in. I'll clean this when I get home, of course. But I don't have, I mean, honestly, I just shoot them and run and never have a problem. Eric does the same thing. All right, here we go. So now we are on the bottom left. So I'll do 3, and then I'll kind of look at the group and see if I want to make a little bit of a tuner change just to see what happens here. I don't know, it's going to be pretty hard to beat. You know, it's obviously a very fresh barrel. That's not bad. I mean, it's not perfect, but... All right, just for fun, I want to see what 1 full revolution in on the tuner does. I kind of like seeing where 0 is, and I like seeing where 1 revolution in is, and then I might even do 1 revolution out. So now we're shooting the bottom right target. Oh yeah, that's better. That is better. That is a hole for show. 1 little hole, at least as far as I can tell. So that is 1 rev in. Now, just for fun, I'm going to go ahead and take it out from 0, 1 revolution. And this just kind of gets me a baseline on where my everything is shooting. And I know a lot of people say, oh, well, you've only got, you know, what have I got, 7? got 13 rounds down the barrel, but I get a pretty good idea on these things right away now. I know where it should be shooting. I know what it should be shooting like. Now, I only had the 4 targets there, so now I'm going over to the left side target, and we're going to shoot the upper left. So this is 50 out, 1 full revolution out. It's looking pretty good too. Whew, did I mention it was raining and cold and windy? So here's what we've got, and let me pull this off real quick so I can show you. So here's where we started. I'll just show you real quick here. So first we have, that was my first shot to get on target. I was aiming here, and then you remember we dialed up and over, and then these 2 shots right here, those were my first 2 shots to zero the turrets on. Then okay. So then we had these 3 shots, and that was to finish off what was in the box on the right. Then this was the first 3 shots on my 0 tune. And then I came in, if you remember, I came in 50, and then it's hard to see here. Let me see if I can do this better. But you can see here that it's basically 1 hole, and that was 3 shots with the tuner pulled in 50. So this was 3 shots on tuner 0, 3 shots on tuner 50 in, and then we came over here. And that tuner, obviously that tuner 50 in looked really good. I had a feeling even up close it was going to look really good. But you know what? Here's tuner 50 out on 3 shots also. So that's not too bad either. I mean, that's not too bad. But I think tonight I might do that one. I might do a test with a couple shots there and a couple shots in at 50 and see what happens. And I'll tell you what, I was going to cut the video here, but I will go ahead and shoot my target, and then let's see how it goes. So this is, what did we have? 3, what am I counting here? We had 11 and 7, so we had 18 shots. So we're 18 shots in on a new barrel. Now we're going to go shoot a 25 shot or 27 shot string and see how it goes. Brand new barrel, no cleaning, no break-in. Pretty damn good results if you ask me, but let's go see what it can do at 600. All right, here we go. We are going to see what this does at 600. You saw what it did at 100. To give you an idea what the weather conditions are like, here is what is on my phone right now. We've got a full-size right there, and you can see it's not doing much now, but a minute ago it was straight out to the left, so it's kind of all over the place. And we do have some other flags that are down about halfway. Yeah, let's have some fun with this. And let's wrap this up. You can see here, I went ahead and took the siders to get sighted in. They are down there. And then once I did that, we got on target, X1010X for siders. And not the highest X count, 12 X's, but you know, for being, what did we say, shots 19 with a brand new barrel, not too bad. Fighting some tricky winds for sure out there. And it was switching. In fact, I will tell you, shot 18, I was left 1, so that'd be the left side of the X ring. Shot 19, I went another half a ring just to see what would happen. And then shot 20, which is buried over on the right side there, I went to left 2, and then shot 21, I went 2.5, all within about a minute or so of total. And that just gives you an idea how fast the wind was picking up. But overall, I'm pretty happy. If you look at it from a standpoint, what are we looking at here? 4.5-inch group with a mean radius of 1.26. So again, I mean, it's a fresh barrel, just throwing an old load in it to see what it would do. But I'm really happy with it. So that's how I get the barrel up and running. I hope that helps. You have a good one. Get out and shoot. We will talk soon.